So in the healthcare industry right now, let's talk about this industrial data complex, right? The capability that we bring to industries is to make sure that you do not have to deal with the industrial data complex. And when we talk about the industrial data complex, what I specifically mean is that situation where you as a healthcare individual, an executive working in a healthcare company, you get all the data you can, you get all the analytics you can, you hire all the data scientists you can, but at some point, you reach a place where you just can't go over the line. You're going to cross a line. You're going to cross an ethical line. You're going to cross some sort of compliance line. You're going to cross some sort of regulatory line. And so you're kind of caught in this situation where you can't really get to know the human beings properly. Because in most industries, as is in healthcare, there's a firewall that's been created that buys the data from someone else, and someone else gives you another version of the data, and somebody aggregates it, and somebody sells it to you, not the way you would want it to be. So we built a solution where what we wanted to do is we wanted to kind of bring the two edges of the industry together, right? Bring the human beings and bring the corporations together. And we wanted to get healthcare out of this zero-sum thinking, where everybody believes that if there's a new company coming in, it means some other company must die, okay? And that's just not true. That's just not the way the innovation works. So we've developed something that kind of wraps around the company. It starts with a mobile app for the B2C side. And what we needed to do is we needed to build a mobile app to engage millions of individuals that want to engage in a property market with companies. And the mobile app is designed specifically to make people feel safe and comfortable about their data so that they can contract with corporations. So in every mobile app, the first thing that you have to start with is trust. We took the terms and conditions and we completely redesigned what terms and conditions look like. And when you download our app, you'll see the terms and conditions are very clear, understandable. Secondly, we allow you to join the movement so that you can feel as you're a part of a community, you're not the only one that's taking control of your data. Third, we allow you to claim it as your property. And what do we mean by claim it as your property? We give you a title for it. That title ID is a unique identifier to your data set, and we store all of the information about your property ownership on our title ledger. You can then set your listing preferences on your property, kind of like how you list your house for sale, right? Or you list your car for lease. Set your listing preference. Preferences could be, I'm willing to donate my data for free. I am not interested in having my data used by anyone. Or I'm interested in having my data leased. Real quick thing for you guys, nobody wants to sell their data. But people are interested in leasing their data, okay? And then obviously you can earn through multiple forms of currency. And what's really, really, really interesting here is we're finding that people are very comfortable when you give them something that protects them. Consumers are very comfortable when you give them a title for their data. It looks like a car title. It looks like a home title. It's something that says, I am protected, this is my property, and the laws of property protects me. So with all of that, and all of the permissions captured, and all of the sort of title necessities of property, we store that on the blockchain. We're running the IBM blockchain. And what we do is we create the blockchain nodes for all of the buyers already. So when we ship our product, all the nodes for the top 50 pharma companies are already going to be created. You don't have to pay for it. What we also do is we allow those who collect and sell data to be able to engage now in this marketplace by collecting the title IDs from those individuals and marking the data for fair trade. If you've heard of fair trade coffee, raise your hand. Fair trade data. EMR, EHR companies can now mark the data with a title ID so that when that data is found in the system or when that data is bought by someone and they see that marker, they know that that title ID now points to the preferences of that individual, and you can go read it and see how you want to engage with them. So with that said, the system is now loaded up. Data is being marked for fair trade. Buyers, on the other hand of the data, whether you're a pharmaceutical company or someone else, you now have the capability to be able to take the existing tools that you have, see the field that says this data was marked for fair trade, and be able to read the permissions behind it. Because that's what you want, right? You buy the data, you want to know who are the human beings behind them, do they want to be in a relationship with me, and can I open a door and have an adult, transparent relationship with them? Now we know the last thing that you need is another disjointed enterprise software tool. So we've built a ton of connectors that we will be shipping with the product for the user analytics systems that you have. And on top of that, obviously, system integrators can build the types of capabilities where you can discover data sets that have been marked for fair trade. You can find them, you can open up leases with them, you can comply to those leases and export your HIPAA reports, and more importantly, you can start to engage with those individuals. Imagine building a micro-survey for 100,000 people who have laid down evidence that they're willing to do that with you. That's the power of what we're bringing to the industry. And once that all sort of gets put together and it's laid out this way, we believe that this allows the buy side of the industry to work better with the sell side of the industry. We wrap it up into what we call the 31st human right in the app itself. Individuals can claim their 31st human right. We have a really interesting feature in the app where you could do a video proclamation of your human right, right? Like you record yourself declaring your human right. This is what we mean by an adult relationship for the industry, and this is what we do at Hu-manity.co. Thank you very much.